All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. So if you can, mute yourself. I'll mute you, Rose. Mute yourself, and that way, if you have a question, just pop in, but that way we don't get the background noise. I'm going to run through a couple things, then we'll open up to the floor, obviously, like we normally do. For those that didn't see the post yesterday, it was announced rather to us suddenly, but apparently this decision had been something that the senior leadership of Realogy and C21 were aware of since December, that Nick Bailey would be stepping down as CEO. Mike Meidler, who is stepping into the role of CEO, is, been with the brand, with the exception of 2 years, I think. He's been with the brand since he got out of college. He's run commercial and residential. He knows his stuff, and for the past, actually since Nick joined the company, he's been the chief growth officer in charge of our growth around the world. And we've had some incredible growth, over 1,200 offices added this past year. We went from 111,000 to 127,000 or 124,000 agents. So we're seeing some incredible growth, and so it's kind of a natural fit. They're going to bring back the chief operating officer position, so they're going to be hiring a COO and a CGO to replace Mike. So it's some great things. Mike's a good guy. I've gotten to meet him a couple times, and he's definitely a different leader than a leadership style than Nick Bailey, but he knows this brand. He loves this brand, and we're lucky to have him. So there is that. Also, for those that came to the BrokerMint training, thank you. There are a couple little buggy things that are going on. I've escalated those up to the point where I'm working with the owner of the company now, and he is working with his developer today. So we should have some resolution the next day or two to all the final bugs and glitches, and it'll be up and running 100% perfectly great. So I wanted to also show you something. So I'm going to figure out how I do this. I've only done it before. Can I share? Nope, I want to share my screen. I want to share this desktop. Actually, I'm gonna share my window. All right. Can you guys see my window? Yep, okay, good. So we talk about blogs, right? So the other day, I wrote a blog. Literally, I backdated it, but I put this blog up on Saturday. So this is on our other site, and it's about the top-ranked Central Florida public high schools. So I went to niche.com, and I got all the high schools, and I ranked them, put them in their order of the rank on their site with their grade and their student count, and then also a click to be able to go over and look at homes that are available for sale in that district. This morning, I got an email from Google that said, I have a Google alert set up for certain things, and one of them is our own company name, that our page ranked. And so within just a couple days, we are right here. It is the third link on page 2 of Google in just a couple days. That tells you the power of search engine and writing blogs, right? Look at that. And within a couple weeks, that will be on page 1. And I'm pretty excited about that. Like, we beat the Sun Sentinel. We beat a lot of other, Orlando. I mean, look at this. I'm pretty happy. We're just 2 behind Zillow. That's incredible from an organic perspective. That, my friends, is the power of blogs. So then someone comes to the blog and they want to search houses in Oviedo High School. Guess what? We now generating a lead for Oviedo High School for a buyer. So this is the type of stuff that you got to get creative on to be able to generate business. I strongly encourage it. The other thing I want to talk about real quick is in Boomtown. We've talked about that we should have, every lead needs to have a to-do in the future. We shouldn't have past due to-dos. Every lead needs to have an e-alert, right? So how do you make sure that you are staying on top of this? So here I am in my Boomtown. Obviously, I personally have no leads, so there's nothing to show here, but I go to the advanced lead filter right here. This is where I can do some crazy things. So I go, let's click on e-alerts. I'm gonna say, you know what, for no e-alerts, and then I'm gonna go to category, and I want new, qual, hot, nurture. I want everything except for trash for right now. So this is all of the leads in all these categories that don't have e-alerts. I go view results. Obviously, I don't have any. Then all I do is go right here to save smart segment. And then what I recommend is you like put something like daily, no e-alerts, and then save it. Now, that will show up over here. Your goal would be that all these ones I'm going to show you about today, you click on them every day. There should be nothing here. If something shows up here, you need to fix it, right? So let's go back into our advanced lead filters. Let's take off the e-alert. Let's go to to-dos. So right here on the left-hand side, to-dos, to-do, past due, view results. This would be all of my leads that have a to-do that is past due. Save the smart segment, and then daily, leave the daily part, past due, to-dos. Hit save. All right, then you can come back in here and say, all right, what about my, wrong one. I go back to to-dos. I'm going to change it to, they don't have a to-do. So this will show me all leads that don't have a to-do. Then I go to advanced lead filter. Oh, sorry, never mind. I go to save smart segment, past due, to-dos. I'm going to change it to no to-dos. So that's a cool one, right? So that kind of makes sure you stay in some compliance areas. Now, here's my favorite one I'm going to show you. And this is one that I was actually showing Clara yesterday. Go to your advanced lead filters and go to lead activity. Let's look at everybody that has been on the site in the last 24 hours, but we have not talked to them in the last 7 days. I want all categories. So I'm going to go back up here and add trash, because even if they're trash, if they have been on the site and they're looking at homes, I want to talk to them. So I view my results. It would show me all my categories. Their last visit to our website was within 24 hours. We're going to exclude the last 7 days of communication. So no communication in the last 7 days. This would show me all my leads that meet that criteria. Advanced lead filter, I'm sorry. Save smart segment daily. Last visit, 24 hours. No com. And I save it. And now I have it over here. So I'm going to show you, this is from a company-wide perspective. We have 35 in the entire company. Joellen, Ian, Peggy, Kyle, so everybody's a little guilty here. Let's get a hold of these people, right? Let's reach out and see what the heck is going on, and let's talk to them. I'm going to put my name back up here so I'm not sharing everybody's lead information. But that's what I'm talking about, right? You leveraging some of these smart filters, these smart segments, to be able to help you stay on top of your leads. So if you go to last visit, 24 hours, no communication, again, we want to make sure that's 0. So if anybody's in here, hey, we want to stay on top of it. What about when we're talking about our category rules, right? So if we look at our category rules, we know that some of our categories, let's take new off, let's take qual off. Let's go to nurture. If it's a lead that's a nurture category, we want to stay in touch with them at least 3 times a month. So I go there, I go back up to my lead activity, let them stay on the site, but exclude the last, say, 2 weeks. All right, so let me see all of my leads that are in my nurture category that I haven't talked to in at least 2 weeks. That way, if I have anybody on here, I need to talk to them because they're looking to buy in 3 to 6 months. I should touch them 2 or 3 times a month. You know, let's stay on top of it. That is a great way. If I'm looking at potentially my my watch, right, the longer term ones or my archive ones, I can do the same thing. So archive, we want to talk to them once a month, right? So go to communication, last communication, exclude last 30 days. So these are just a couple tips and tricks that you can use to leverage Boomtown to make sure that you're not letting any of your customers drop through the cracks. So for this one, I'd hit view results, I'd save, daily, archive, no contact 30 days. And again, I would hit this and I would want to see how many of those. If I get rid of this real quick, there's 2,000 that meet that criteria in our system. So what a great way for us to be able to leverage the tool that we have to be able to stay on top of our customers. So that's all I really have to show you. I wanted to kind of go over that a little bit because I think it's really important that we stay on top of that and really leverage this tool. It's an expensive tool. It costs us a lot of money. And every day when I log in and I see that we're not taking advantage of it, it stresses me because I know that there's not a single person on our roster that would tell me right now that you have made enough money last year to be happy, right? Right? So let's take and leverage this tool to work for us. So at that, I'm done talking and rambling. Obviously, this is recorded. I will share it on the group so you can go back and look at that stuff. So who has questions? Unmute yourself. And Angela, go ahead.
Hey, I just wanted to let everybody know, it's just kind of a no-brainer, but I took and printed off what we have on our site and laminated them for a quick cheat sheet because it can get very confusing. Also, on our My One Blue, we have the, Ms. Clara, so we have the categories really more spread out, detailed.
Explain. Yep.
So, yeah, more explained and detailed. And, you know, we can sit here and look at it, or just me, I can look at Qualify, Nurture, Watch every single day, but I need to get it ingrained in my head exactly what they mean to me and what I mean to them and how I need to carry through. I really let things go when I went out of town for the holidays and have started to regroup, requalify people and get my e-alerts up. I mean, I have a lot of people that have opted out, and a lot of people, you know, and I've moved them to trash if they don't have an active phone number or if they've opted out of email. But that is just all I wanted to say, and it's very, very helpful to me.
Yeah, I'm actually working on a document. I'm almost done. Taking kind of everything will be a two-sided thing that we will laminate and have available for people, because this thing is like my initiative. Really, I have two big things I'm going to push this year. One is leveraging Boomtown properly, right? I've been using the Ferrari analogy, and I think I want to change it to the Tesla, right? It's, you know, you can still get you can go get a maxed out Mercedes or BMW for $150,000, $200,000, right? It's gonna be a heavy car with lots of wood, leather, all that. It's a beautiful car, right? Or you can go get a Tesla. It's gonna be a little more lightweight, but it's gonna be more efficient and it has autopilot, right? And the reason why I like it, because if you set Boomtown up right, if you leverage the automation in Boomtown, you can put your database on autopilot, right? And it's gonna let you know when you need to take over the wheel and do some work. But it's powerful. So that's initiative one. Initiative two for me is going to be content. So one of the things I've got is the card is going to be the categories, all the details on one side, and that flow chart on the other side. So we are going to get those available for people to pick up here at the office, because I want people to truly take advantage of this. And I'm even thinking about creating a little wallet size version of just the categories. So that way, if you're out and about, you can quickly look at it. But thank you, Angela. What else? Who else got something?
Morning, Kevin.
Morning, Troy. What's going on with you?
Oh, a lot of stuff actually. But at any rate, your blog. Where did you post the blog, on Century 21, or where did you?
Well, you'd post the blog on you'd post it on the website.
On your Century 21 website. Right.
Yeah, go to Boomtown. Go and post the blog.
Right on your webpage.
On your Boomtown, yeah. You go into logintoleads.boomtown, click on tools, I think it is, and then launch WordPress.
Oh, launch. It's done through WordPress then.
Yeah, it's on Boomtown though, through there.
Okay.
But there is a tutorial. If you go to My One Blue, just type in a blog, and it'll come up on how to, it's a video step-by-step of how to put a blog into Boomtown.
Can you
Awesome.
put it on Facebook too?
Once
Can
you have
put
it
the
post,
link?
once you post it to Boomtown,
Okay.
then you share it. If you go to our page right now, I've shared blogs on our page as well. I'm actually, when I was helping you set up your page, Angela, and I shared a couple blogs on your page, right? So yeah, that's the whole purpose of the blog, is to give you some content for Google to find, but then for you to share via social to drive traffic. Remember, every post you're doing, everything you're doing digitally needs to have one goal: to get the consumer back to your site to read the content. Once they're on the site, now we're retargeting them. We can go after them. Google says, oh, they've visited the site before. It increases your rankings in the future for that person when they're searching for real estate. It has tons of benefits. Even if they don't register and sign up for search houses, right? There is benefit.
Right. And it's all through WordPress. I've got it all ready, so I just have to put in my photograph and my content in WordPress, and it carries over.
Yeah, well, you go log into Boomtown like you normally do.
Yeah.
Tools, launch WordPress.
Yep.
Like our Boomtown site is a WordPress site. It's built on
Okay.
a WordPress platform.
Okay.
Hey, can I make an appointment for you to help me with my Facebook page?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. I'll do that. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Kevin, I've got a question for you about to-dos
Yeah.
and the drips that we have. Most drips will automatically add a to-do at some time. So why do we have to have both to-dos for a lead and the drip set up when you're going to sometime in the future get a to-do anyway?
You're assuming that that there is a task for it. My recommendation is you just want to have that to do in there so it doesn't fall through the cracks. Because what happens if they respond and the drip pauses and you don't catch it, or the drip completes so you don't catch it? It's that safe.
That's a good point. Okay, I understand.
So, who else? Who else got some?
Hey, Kevin, why do those drips pause like that? They just stop.
Well, it just depends on the drip. So, like the 1 of 2 and 2 of 2, right? They're set up to pause because the message is, hey, call me. I haven't heard from you. I haven't talked to you. I want you to talk to me for the very first time ever, right? So if you log a call that says you left a voicemail, it doesn't pause it. It only pauses it if they have sent you a text, they have sent you an email, or you log a call that says you talked to the prospect. And it's
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So I had a ton of them pause yesterday because I made a lot of contacts. So that makes sense now.
Right. So then obviously if you make contact, you're going to move them into the next category: hot, nurture, watch, right? So
Right.
then hopefully you have your OneBlue hot, nurture, watch drip set up to auto fire based on those categories. And those have different criteria set to it because we're assuming you've already spoken with them. So they're not going to always auto pause because we don't need them to. So it's to make sure you don't look like an idiot to your customer.
I do that on my own, right?
Yeah, I do it quite well myself, so I don't need anything else helping me.
All right. Thank you.
And my goal is every Tuesday, every time we have open house call, I'm going to share something else, something tactical about Boomtown. So that way we're hopefully learning something I'm seeing that we're not doing well or we could do better. I'm going to start sharing that and demonstrating that every single Tuesday. Yes, Clara. Did you unmute yourself?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I just wanted to share really quick in Boomtown, on the right top corner where it says now, I started really hitting that up, which is those are the customers who are actually on our website looking at properties at that time. So I started either making phone calls or sending emails or sending them the property that they were actually looking at that time. And I have been getting a lot of phone calls.
Yeah,
so I know
great tip. Who gave you that tip?
you.
But one correction I'll make though is the now wall. That is what the algorithm in Boomtown is saying. You need to call now, right? So if you're not sure who to call right now, click on now. They might not be on the site right now. It may just be that it's been so long that they opened an email and they hadn't opened an email in a long time.
Right.
They opened a drip, right? So that it'll tell you in the Now wall, or if you're on the app, I think it's Insights. I don't know why it's different, because the
Yeah.
app is called that, but on the app
It
it's called
is.
Insights.
Mhm.
That is where you would go. I was trying to find it, but to get that as well. So from your phone, and it's cool because then you can click and start working it right from your phone, right?
Mhm.
So like right now, there's someone on the site right now looking at a home, and it's his second view of that home in 24 hours. The next one, they came back. They returned to the site after inactivity, and they actually are on the site right now.
Mhm.
The next one, they're not in the site, but 2 hours ago, they viewed the same home for the second time in 2 hours. So that's the type of stuff you're going to get. Or like we had one 3 hours ago that updated their e-alert settings. So it's a great chance, a great opportunity. You know, hi, I'm Jane Doe. This is Kevin at Century 21 Blue. Thank you. I noticed you updated your e-alert, your alert settings for homes. You know, is there any additional help I can give you in helping you find the perfect home for you and your family? So it gives you a reason to call and connect with them for something that's relevant to them at that moment. But thank you, Claire. Who else? Anybody? Yeah, Angela.
Yeah, I just have a quick question. I know you just gave us your quick insights on Nick leaving, but you kind of knew him a little bit more personally. I was just curious, were you surprised? I'm sure you got the heads up way before we did. No? Okay. Were you surprised as well?
An email went out to the corporate team 5 or 10 minutes before the live video. I actually didn't even know about the live video because I hadn't been paying attention to Workplace. So I missed the notifications. I got a text from another broker. They're like, "Oh my God, Nick is out." And I'm like, "What? He's gay?" You know? So, but that wasn't what she meant.
No.
So I was like, "Whoa, okay." I know a couple girls are gonna be disappointed and a couple guys are gonna be happy. So, you know, when I first went up to New Jersey back in May to meet with the team, he made the comment that part of his condition of taking this job was an eventual move to New Jersey. At that point, he'd been in the position for a year. And he's like, "I haven't moved yet, and they haven't noticed. I wonder how long I can hold this out." You know, my kids, you know, he didn't anticipate, I don't think the family anticipated how tough it would be for them to leave the home that, I mean, they're from Denver, so they've never left there. And it just came down to about 2 weeks before Christmas, they were on vacation together, and his 7-year-old told him that he liked him more before he took this new job that he has. And he asked, "Well, why?" He's like, "Because, you know, I used to get to see you all the time. I miss you." And he goes, that just ripped his heart apart. So
My times have changed. I used to say that to my dad, and it's like, "Psh, we're moving."
yeah, right. Well, I mean, he's in a situation where he, like he said in the live stream for brokers and owners, he goes, "I have the rest of my life to do really cool things in business. I only have a few years left to be a really cool dad. So I'm going to do that first." And which you can't fault him for that. I'm a little annoyed that he didn't make this decision before he joined the company. But in hindsight, I think he was probably the right visionary leader. He had the charisma and the personality to lead Century 21 through the transition from the old to the new. And now that it's done and we're on a great trajectory and the momentum is so huge, to hand it over to Mike Meadler, who knows this brand and knows where we've been, we've got a good bench there. So I think it's just, maybe this is the way it should be. You know, maybe this will all be perfect in the end. Mike is a great guy. I've never met him in person, but I've spoken with him many, many times over the phone. So I have great respect for him. And so and universally, and the people that I know and have known for years within C21, they're all ecstatic that Mike is the new CEO. So anyone else? This is a good call. Did you learn something new today? For the ones that I can see?
Yes.
Yeah, look at Troy. So I want to try to make sure we're adding value. So if you have suggestions on how we can make these calls more valuable, please let me know. Because I definitely want to continue to do them and continue to see them grow. But if you think they suck and we shouldn't do them, then we'll yank them. So, all right. Yes, Clara, then Angeline.
Sorry. I just wanted to ask the other agents, when you're making these phone calls, do you get stuck at what to say to gear them to kind of call you back or to get the ball rolling? Because I've been making a lot of phone calls lately, and sometimes I get stuck where they say, oh, well, we're just looking right now. So I just want to hear from you on what worked for you.
That's a good one. I get stuck too.
Plow through it, try different things, you know, change the question. If you don't like the answers that you're getting, change the question you're asking them. You know, when is your timeline to move? You're just looking, you know, well, what has you interested in moving? Are you looking to upsize? Are you looking to downsize? Start to build rapport, right? Learn, why are they looking? Let's look at that. Try to find the motivation, find their why. And then once you know their why, well, you know, maybe they're just looking, but if the right house came across today, they would not be just looking, they would be just buying.
Right.
So then finding out that, you know, so that's the type of stuff. You want to get more creative that way and ask different questions to get different answers. You know, find out what, so you're looking to move. What don't you like about your current home? Get them talking about it, right? About the pain. Oh, and then try, you know, read the book Spin Selling by Neil Rackman. It's SPIN Selling by Neil Rackman, and it talks about asking 4 types of questions, and it's called question-based selling, and talks about you should never make a statement to oh, look at Troy has it in the car. Thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you hate it. What do you think?
Troy, you driving with a book?
Thumbs up. Audiobook.
He's driving.
It was the audiobook.
So it's worked for you, reading that book and engaging with some of your customers. It worked for you,
and he's got a book in his hand.
Here's the deal with spin selling. It's 4 categories of questions: situation, problem, implication, need, payoff. So the first question is like, you know, so tell me about your current home. It's a 3-bedroom. It's short, bedroom, bathroom, that type of stuff. Problem-based questions. Tell me what tell me about some things that you don't, what are some of the challenges with your current home, right? So I want to find out what the problems are. And that's more direct than you probably should be, but on a quick phone call, you have to be. And then implication. So 2 of the kids are sharing a bedroom. So how is that impacting the dynamic of the family? Right? Because now I want to take that problem and I want to have them make it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. If I can find out what the 3 or 4 problems they have are, make those problems bigger, right? But I want them to make them bigger. I'm not going to. I'm going to ask them open-ended questions to get them to make it bigger. And then, so if I find out, well, they're fighting all the time and blah, 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 and this and that. And so if I could find you a home that enabled you to whatever to address that problem, would that be something you consider looking at? Would that get you from just looking to just buying type of thing, right? So I have a couple copies available for checkout in the lending library. So it's an easy read too.
It's a good listen to.
Yeah, it's a good book. I hate reading. So, and I can read it. How to Win Friends and Influence People in the Digital Age. Yep.
That's a great one too.
Where's the library back by the copy machine?
Nope, it's in my office because you have to check it out from me.
Oh,
So I know who
okay.
has my books. These are my personal collection of books.
Okay, cool. Another quick question or one comment. I want to thank you so much for adding a spear tag in Boomtown. Another thing that's pretty much off topic. Where is John Basile still around?
No.
Okay, because I see Miss Clara hanging out with the pictures. Okay.
We announced that before Christmas.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was gone. I was in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Really, the Netherlands in 9-degree weather. So.
Yeah, I know. Crazy. Ugh.
Oh, it was beautiful. Shut up.
Hey,
All right.
Kevin,
Yeah.
where can I find your calendar so I can make an appointment with you?
Launchpad.
Okay.
one-on-one help on Launchpad. Cool. Anything else? Anyone?
I want to say one funny thing. I had an inspection yesterday, and it was probably one of the most painful inspections I've ever been to. The seller and the roommate in 2 different rooms wouldn't get out of bed. So it was so painful. And the poor inspector's like, I'm not going in. I've never done this. And I'm thinking, if this inspection doesn't happen, we're going to lose this whole thing, because we were already. And I just kind of pushed him in there, and she was fine. It was crazy. I mean, we all have to understand, people are wackadoo. And
Well, we know that. We all know you.
you
You opened the door on that one.
So anyway, I just wanted to share that if anybody's had any crazy inspections or, anything like that. But we got it done. Took 2.5 hours, which,
Cool.
lots of rats in the attic. I saw pictures.
Ooh, okay.
I know. They were dead.
Okay. Even worse.
On that note.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else got anything before we go? All right. Well, I appreciate you joining us, everyone. Have a great day. If you need anything, give us a call. Don't forget, visit Launchpad for everything you need, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Take care.